awe-inspiring. Serene. Breathtaking. These are the impressions that come to mind when surrounded by the giant coastal old-growth forest. Delicate, subtle, and fragile also describe this world. Within this towering sanctuary exists a delicate balance of life and survival. Many thrive in this world, while others face a perilous and uncertain future. One species fighting for survival is a unique little bird, the marbled murrelet.
Marbled murrelet, being a seabird, spends most of its time in the ocean, feeding on fish, but it's unique among seabirds in that it nests in these old-growth forests, often quite inland from the coast.
The marbled murrelet is a small, chubby, black and white bird, which, during mating season, changes to black and mottled brown. It's during this time that a pair will nest high up in the old-growth trees, which can be up to 40 miles inland. Each pair produces only a single egg per season. When the egg hatches, the adult birds take alternating trips to the ocean to feed and bring back food for the young chick. Because each pair has only one chance to reproduce per year, the survival of each chick is critical to the continuation of the species.
Marbled murrelets face a number of dangers, both at sea and in the forest. At sea, they're at risk from gill netting, where they can get caught in a fisherman's net. They're also at risk from oil spills, which could occur at any time. In the forest, they're very susceptible to predation by ravens and jays that can take either the egg or the chick in the nest.
A situation made worse by man. In fact, it is becoming critical and has led to the marbled murrelet being listed as an endangered species in California and threatened in Washington and Oregon.
Marbled murrelets need old-growth forest to breed. They require the large trees and the large limbs in a stand of old-growth forest. And as that forest have been cut down and removed over the bird's range, it has less and less available places that it can nest.
Today, after decades of aggressive logging, public access to the remaining old-growth forests in California is limited to coastal redwood parks like this one. As people come to visit and stay in the forest, they also attract the jays and ravens, predatory birds that threaten the marbled murrelet in the nest. These birds have learned that where there are people, there is food, so they are drawn to areas where trash or bits of food may be left out. In some parks, the populations of jays and ravens are up to 9 times more dense than in areas just outside the campgrounds. They come in search of an easy source of food left by careless park visitors. This search can then lead them high into the forest canopy, where they may find a marbled murrelet nest and attack the egg or chick.
Visitors to the park should really be responsible. They should pick up every scrap of food and not feed any of the animals. This kind of behavior by visitors can really upset the balance of the animal populations here in the park.
As you enjoy the park, remember that while the scrap of food you leave behind may attract a cute little squirrel or bird, it also sets the stage for these animals to become more dependent on people and become bolder in their search for food. Understand that your carelessness can have a lasting impact on the creatures that live here. So don't leave food lying around or in places animals can get to it. Clean up after yourself. Pack and lock up your food to protect yourself and those with whom you share the forest. The park is infinitely amazing, intricate, and fascinating. Take the time to explore, to look around and see the big things and the small things that inhabit the park. Also, visit the park staff, who are knowledgeable about the forest and happy to answer questions and point out the unique features of the park.
These parks were set aside for people to enjoy. They were also set aside to protect the habitats of plants and animals who live here. We want you to enjoy these parks, but enjoy them responsibly.